Eva, tell us the story Panama separation, please.
That's a great idea, but let me tell you the real story behind the story. Rounding the year 1899 took place the first secret separation meeting.
Welcome to our first meeting. My name is Juliet Smith. I'm in the American government delegate to support your separations plans. I know it's hard to keep on secret, but I thank you for staying loyal to the cause.
Mrs. Smith, I was thinking about the possibility of delaying the arrangements Colombia's government are supposing about Panamanians wanting uprising.
I'm surprised about your suggestions, Miss Cardona. Have you heard something about the suspicion in Colombia's parliament?
Indeed, commerce and government ministers were talking about that a few days ago. They heard a civilian talking about how awesome a new free Panamanian country will be. Um, how New Granada's government isn't giving them their rights.
Sorry, Miss Cardona. I have to say the New Granada's government have our country very neglected since the Great Colombia's fall. I explored Colombia's streets, and every citizen is doubtful about the Panamanian situation. I think if we have you as an infiltrate in Colombia's parliament, you should be a better informer.
I hope you are not implying, Miss Cardona. Is Britain the cause, Mr. Gonzalez? Are you?
Not at all, Mrs. Smith. But as our infiltrate, she should give us better information about what is happening in the parliament and their thoughts about the situation.
I totally agree, but we don't have time for this right now. I seriously meet Miss Beers, the railway company administrator. He's up to help us in order to complete an arrangement between Colombia and the United States. With that arrangement fulfilled, we should be able to start an interoceanic canal building.
Indeed, the American government fully supports the idea of interoceanic canal. As a commerciant, you should know it would be a great commercial road for our purpose. We researched the possibility of other roads, such as Nicaragua, but Panama is the best as a strategic place.
New Granada will be really affected by this separation, but I expect a good retribution from your companies and some pardon from the Panamanian government.
Of course, Miss Cardona, as our valuable ally, I can grant you an excellent payment. We discussed our term already, so you have my work.
I'm glad to hear your negotiations are going well. Mr. Amador will really appreciate the efforts settled on this meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. I already gave you all of the documentation for Mr. Amador. I know you are his right arm in this movement. As a leader of this revolution, he needs to be aware of every movement. We all are dismissed.
Who won?
Nobody won. The separatist movement tried almost 17 times to separate. It was in 1903. Things really get in their favor.
I'm tired of this, Mrs. Smith. While we are trying to separate, the New Granada's government is growing stronger. At this pace, we will never achieve the separation.
Gonzalez is right. Last separation attempt, economic consequence were awful. My company loss were higher tax expense. This was the third failed attempt. We cannot afford any more failures.
I have to agree with them this time, Mrs. Smith. Even Granada's government is taking action in this matter. They submit a canal idea using the Nicaraguan route. If the French canal company supports them, we will not able to keep this separation movement for too long.
Don't worry, my dear companions. I already heard about Leset's intention of a Nicaraguan canal, but you don't have to jump into conclusion. Soon, Mr. Roosevelt will rise as president. Mr. Cromwell was persuading him to support the movement once he is on power. With that, everything will be set to fulfill the separations plans.
If what you are telling is true and we have Roosevelt's support, I can move some of my influence in order to sign some troublesome units. Some bribes will be in order, but in earning will make it worried.
You are right. The document said the canal earnings will be up to $250,000 per year. By the way, Ms. Cardona, we need you to delay the Parliament's decision about Lesseps' idea. I recently worked with William Cromwell. He is really a great lawyer, and he is up to create the Panama Canal Company. So, with Mr. Cromwell as its lawyer, I think we will have a solid base to discredit Lesseps' idea, while Ms. Cardona buys us some time.
I hear excellent things about Cromwell. His name is well known among Granada's politicians. If we can count with his help, I definitely could buy a lot of time for the movement. You can count that I will do my best to delay Parliament decision. I also heard from one of the ministers about Jose Agustin Arango supporting Parliament's plans. I contacted him and we talked about his intention. He is working as a double agent for the separation movement. As a Panamanian politician, Parliament has their faith put on him to convince Panamanians to support their canal plans. They don't suspect he is by our side in this separation movement.
The American government would be supporting the separation movement as well. We expect you to follow the plan in order to succeed every piece in this place. We just need to play them correctly.
After all the planning, the first attempts for separation failed, but they don't give up. There were many differences between them, but they managed to make a new plan.
Greetings! I was closing a big deal when I heard about this meeting. We already tried this separation thing several times. What are we trying to achieve? I'm losing a lot of money. My business is also bankrupt. We have been joined to Colombia since 1821. I'm beginning to think it's not as bad as we were saying. Our business has grown a lot in the last years with the New Granada Commerce Network. I also expand my contact list. With this plan, I'm losing more than I will earn. On the other hand, we a free country, the competition will decrease. So I could grant a monopoly. What is the new for us, Miss Smith?
I understand your concern, Mr. Boyd, but I can assure you this time everything is in our side. In January, Mr. Roosevelt won the election and was elected as president. Now, he has the power to fully support the separation initiative. Ms. Cardona sent off report about Colombia's situation and we have clear path to continue.
As Miss Smith said, the Thousand Days War has monopolized Parliament's attention. Mr. Arango's efforts have paid its fruit. This time, we have a unique chance.
Mr. Amador have been sending messages to Mr. Cromwell as well. With the signing of the Heron High arrangement, the United States government can have part in this separation movement attempt.
Colombian Parliament has some suspicion of a Nicaraguan uprising, so they are sending troops to Colón in order to secure the territory. Colonel Torres is in charge of the troops.
There is no problem. Miss Cromwell was arranging the railway company to delay the drops sent them to Column thanks to Miss Cardona proper report. We don't have to worry about a conflict beginning in the area. Once the soldiers get caught as hostages, Colombia will be hand tied.
The report also says that Cartagena and Alexander Bricio Balses are also heading to the Panamanian shores. Parliament wants to stop any uprising before it's too late.
American government is taking part in this matter. We are sending the Nashville vessel to stop the Colombians once. We already told Mr. Amador Guerrero to send a telegram when the plan is successfully done.
Wait a moment. I need you to know the submarine cable for the telegrams is recently broken, so it's failing. So we need a backup plan in case that Mr. Amador message didn't reach to the Colombian parliament. In that case, Colombian government will not be aware of our separation. So they will not retire the troops of the Panama territory.
Myself know Colonel Torres. I will head to Colón in order canvas him to retire the drops for Panamanian territory. I have a Jones proposal that he will not deny.
Thanks, Federico. Sorry, I mean, Mr. Boyd. Thanks to every investment you have done for the cause. Next month we will be busy, but we can also say that next month Panama can say it's a free republic.
How did you know those things, Graypat?
I will tell you the story next time.
With the signing of the voy de nuevo. Mr. Amador have been sending messages to Mr. Cromwell as well. And with the signing, wow, I'm losing my hair. Se me cayó el bigote. Been sending messages to Mr. Cromwell. Hey, el bigote me está traicionando.